So now we're going to start looking at the swing path. Now this is the real important part of the curing the slice process. And it's because the swing path that we're going to look at now, and correcting the swing path, is often very counterintuitive. So people that have a small slice over time may develop it into a bigger slice. And guys that have had slices for years and years and years really struggle to put this bit right. So the swing path that you take on your backswing, if you're following the checkpoints we talked about during the first section, taking the club back to hip height here, taking it up into the chest position here with the leading hand right in front of the chest, and then turning it to the top. We now would like to bring the golf club down on those same checkpoints so the club runs up and down in the same position. Now most of the time when we're seeing a slicer's swing, we actually see what we talk about as an over-the-top movement, an out to in or over-the-top downswing. So the club might come up on the right path, but then the club will come down on the wrong path. It will come down over the top or in front of that backswing move. And once the club gets over this way, outside the line, its only option is to pull back across the line on the out to in swing path, putting the side spin on the golf ball. And that, in combination with the open club face, is what will make the ball set off left but finish down the right hand side. So trusting that you've got the golf club into a good position at the top, the movement that should start the downswing, what I want you to check on is that it is not your shoulders turning. We often see that golfers take the club to the top with the shoulders, but then they use the shoulders to start the downswing, and the only option then is for the hands to move out in front of the body, coming outside the line and then coming out from across the golf ball and pulling back in. Now I want you to check that from the top of the swing here, you can work the golf club down on what we call the inside. Now the key movement here is going to be pulling your right elbow or your trailing elbow down into your hip pocket. So the trailing elbow pulls down into the hip pocket. And as you're doing that, try and resist turning the shoulders, keeping that front shoulder underneath the chin so that doesn't move. We're going to pull the rear elbow down into the hips and keeping the golf club behind the body. And that can feel quite a strange movement. It can feel quite a tight movement, but that's going to create some power for us as well. So taking the golf club up and then pulling it in from behind the body, then we can deliver the golf club from the inside path towards the golf ball. So you can see now as the club travels from this path, it's going to hit the ball, it's going to feel like it's going to go way over this way. Which if you've had a slice for a number of years and then I'm encouraging you to hit the golf ball out this way, it can feel counterintuitive, and that's why a lot of people with their slice don't correct it, because that movement feels like it's going to make it worse. If you can appreciate the club should be travelling from the inside path, hitting out to this side, that's the first bit that's going to help you improve your slice.